but not more. In Germany, teachers are getting...
Right, here we are, folks, just having a look at D-STAR. We're going to just have a listen to this. It's demonstrating it.
The lessons for the next half year, but here in Germany, it is assumed that they have a lot of free time. In the States, the situation certainly is different, but teachers in Germany normally enjoy a nice life here in Germany. Okay, so I wish you all the best. Thank you very much for this nice QSO. Hope to meet you again on the band again very soon, and if you want to, I will be happily send you my QSL card. Whiskey Delta 4, Mike Sierra Mike, for Delta Kilo 2, X-Ray Kilo Portable.
Delta Kilo 2, X-Ray Kilo Portable, from Whiskey Delta or Mike Sierra Mike. Well, very good, Klaus. Yeah, people think teachers have a lot of extra time, even during the term, but that's not really true. You know, there's a lot of pressure to publish, a lot of pressure to do research. There's a lot of work that needs to be done in the university that's not teaching. You have to take care of the library, you're on committees where you're doing dissertations. There's all sorts of things to do. But you know what? It is actually pretty enjoyable. I wouldn't say that it's too pressure-packed. Well, 73 is Klaus. Good evening, and have a good night's sleep, and get up ready to do some work on Monday, and I hope to meet you again. Delta Kilo 2, X-Ray Kilo, from Whiskey Delta 4, Mike Sierra Mike. I'm clear, Klaus.
Very. Thank you again for the nice QSO. I really enjoyed it, and hope to meet again on the band very soon. Wish you all the best. I wish you an acceptable work week, forthcoming week, and all the best to you. Thanks again, and 73 from Indiana. This is Delta Kilo 2 X-Ray Kilo QRT and clear, and the best 73 to the States. Bye bye.
Is there anyone on in London that can answer a few questions for me? KC7QR on this end. Is there anyone on that can in London that can answer some D-STAR questions for me? Connections and whatnot in London. KC7QR here.
VA6EBR.
You have to bookmark them or something. Or just send them links.
KC7QR. link to R, E.
Radio, Kilo Charlie 7 Quebec Radio, this is Delta Kilo 2 X-Ray Kilo Corp.
W-E-4-K-Z-I.
This is 2E0 RFB.
M3TXP.
Two E0 RFB, looking for a radio check, please. Victor 07, Victor Tango November, long clear. Okay, how am I coming over to you? The scale does not give you justice. Yeah, the call sign is 2E0 RFB. Operator Richard, call. 2E0 RFV, this is Victor Tango Z7 VPN. Operator Al in Western Canada, British Columbia, just north of the border Canadian with the United States. Okay, QSL, my operator name is Richard. My operator name is Richard and location is Royston. Royston in Hertfordshire, guys. Zero RFV V7 VTN. That would be somewhere in England. Your accent left me exact translation of your location to be translated. Can you say that again? Please. Okay, the call, Royston is a QTH. Royston is a QTH. I'll spell it for you. Romeo, Oscar, Yankee, Sierra, Tango, Oscar, November.
2E0 RF.
Richard, thanks a lot. Again, name here is Al. I'll sign 07, Victor Tango November. Actually in British Columbia, spelled Surrey. You know how to spell Surrey because you got a Surrey over there. Okay, I wish you 73s and thanks for coming back to my call.
No, he sounds a bit rubbish.
2E0 RFB.
Not this guy, the other guy.
Roger that, 2E0 RFB. Nice to talk to you. 7 VTN anyway. Yeah, all the best to you, and you've been making a nice trip into the UK. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your final 2E0 RF.
Length of REF001C.
Well, it's a bit quiet in it, but there you go. What can you do?
This is Kilo Mike 4, Whiskey Oscar Whiskey, monitoring.
Well, I think that's it, folks. There's nobody on now. We'll try on the other one again. Hang on. And scan round. Oh, that's a Yep, nothing there.
They don't you buy battery packs, but it's like it is the 50 quid and eat all these. He's made one.
It's just a local 2 metre
He takes 418, 650.
frequency a lot of us go on.
4 batteries in it. It's not untoward, you know, it's nice and neat and that, but for what it cost him for one battery pack for an for helicraft with name on, it can make two of them and have some change.
I sort of done, isn't it?
It's nice, man. It's really nice. It's a little soft pouch, you know. Yeah, it's really nice. It's been after one for a bit, like, but I think he said he got it from Stanton's, you know, Waters and Stanton. He got it from there, so at least he's got some sort of warranty on it as well.
Yeah. The only thing wrong with that, Paul, the QRP rigs, aren't they?
He does 10 watts, mate, maximum, yeah.
Yeah, unless he gets an amplifier for it.
That's right.
Yeah. I hope it's sorted with it.
Yeah, well, he's happy with it. He's been after one for a while, and he just dropped on that one, so he got it. I don't blame him.
No, neither do I, if that's what he wanted, mate. Talking to my mind here Wednesday.
Really?
Yeah.
Right, well, I've had nothing on that thing, so I'm going to have to see if I can remember my login details, and I might stick it on ham radio deals, mate. Much broader audience, mate.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, we've got some on D-STAR again, so we'll just jump back.
Good evening, Bob. The name here is Dave, Delta Alpha Victor Echo, and the call is Golf Zero, Romeo Alpha Uniform. So yeah, it does look as if it's linking, but we're not getting any voice back saying it's linked or anything like that. And I tried an I command into it as well, and although on this machine you don't normally expect anything to come back on voice, it normally scrolls past in the display that it's linked to 1 Charlie or whatever, and it didn't come back with anything. So I must admit, I'm quite surprised that it has linked. But clearly you're hearing me, but I'm not quite sure why you're not hearing Mike. If you guys want to try another repeater, I'm not sure whether you would get into it from there. It probably depends which side of the hotel you are, Mike. But there is another repeater south of St Albans, so it'll be to your north, and it's GB7KB, Kilo Bravo. You may have information on that one to be able to put it in your handy manually. But that machine is fairly new on air, it's bright, shiny and new, it's running on G3 software, and it's regularly hooked up to 1 Charlie. If it's not, it should go to it straight away. But you might want to give that one a try if you're struggling with this one, Mike. M/K7MDI from G0RAU in the group. Okay, I-70.
Good, Dave, are you hearing Mike?
Yeah, I would say the problem, Mike, is the fact that you've got the M prefix in front of it, because although technically that's correct for your licensing over here, your registration on the server is just going to be K7MDI, so putting M/ in front of it is probably throwing it. Knock it off and just put K7MDI in, and I think you'll probably find it'll work. Over.
Yeah, I only hear one half the conversation here in British Columbia on 1 Charlie, 7 WCQ. I'm here for North Australia.
Yeah, we're trying to get Mike situated so he can operate the reflectors from over there in London. And I'm over here in Idaho, in the States. And we got Dave in the middle. He's trying to make things go.
Is the other gentleman's call sign registered to D-STAR? If not, then he won't be able to talk locally on his repeater. He won't be able to talk on the reflector. VD3LWW, portable, Markham, Ontario, Canada.
Yeah, good evening. We've suddenly got an international group sprung up trying to help Mike over there in the hotel at Heathrow. Okay, fine. Well, I think that's probably going to be the reason why. I think if your call sign isn't registered with an M/ in front of it, it's not going to get recognised in the system when you key up. So my guess is that's the answer. Anyway, I'll step back and let Mike play around with that and see if he can get through and hook up with Bob. Thanks to the other guys for their input. It's interesting. I'm going to be doing a similar thing myself in 3 weeks. We're coming over to Orlando with the family for a couple of weeks, and I'm bringing a Raspberry Pi and a DVAP with me, and also hoping to get into a couple of local repeaters as well. So I shall probably be getting in the same kind of mix-up as Mike has if I'm not careful. So it'll be good fun anyway. Okay. Run to you, Mike, and see if you've modified your call sign in the handy, and whether you're in contact with Bob, and I'll just take a standby and listen and see what goes by. M/K7MDI, this is G0RAU, back to listening.
Yeah, okay, Dave, real fine, and thanks for all that's trying to help and wondering what's going on. Mike is doing the editing of the code plug, and I'm sure when he gets that finished, he'll start making some reflector one and other ones, possibly. Anyway, that's the story. I'm going to stick to it. So, go ahead, Dave, if you want to talk. Well, Mike is busy doing the editing. I'm going to sit back and listen as well, because I'm listening to him for him on the radio.
All right, that explains the echo that I'm hearing, Bob. I wondered where that was coming from, and that's the reason for it. You're on Skype also. Comes in useful, doesn't it? Okay, I'll go quiet and listen and see when Mike gets his programming done, and I'll be interested to see if you're in contact with one another. G0RAU.
M0SAD.
G0RAU, M/. We got it, I can hear it on Skype. I look back that quick. M/ K7MDI. Indeed, it was the registration call sign of M/. An interesting anomaly. I don't know if I've never heard of that one before, but certainly is the case. This is K7. M-stroke, K7, MDI in the group for the call identification, and we'll let the digital system do what it's going to do. Yeah, good, Mike. Okay, I thought that would be the answer. The digital process is very precise, isn't it? Humans would recognize and ignore the M/, but the system doesn't. It reads it and dutifully chucks it out because it doesn't. Right, just put it in by voice when you're calling, and leave the original call sign as your home call. I'll also have to let my pal AA6TV know that. He might fall into the same trap, actually, when he comes on here as of tomorrow. So you may well bump into him, Mike. Anyway, I'll let you get in QSO with Bob and anyone else on Reflector 1 Charlie. Thanks for everyone else that might have been standing by while Mike got sorted out. And wish you both 7 3s. look for you again over the next few days when you're still in the hotel there. G0RAU is now standing by, and back to you, Mike. Over.
Very good. Appreciate the help. That's why talking it over always helps, I guess. Technically, we did a great job. I took this to Bletchley and actually went to Edinburgh on the train, and we picked nothing. But the reason is him flashing the data. The interesting thing in the American rules, the priority identification is done digitally. So, by the American rules, this would not be legal because the actual call sign identification is done digitally. But we will lay it over the top and we'll explain it to Queen's Counsel that Dave said I could do it that way. Thank you, Dave. 73 Sol. And I'll be standing by. This is M-Stroke K7 MDI.
KC6ESW Mobile, Los Angeles.
QRZ station in Los Angeles.
K7MDI.
K7MDI, this is Kilowatt Charlie 6. Echo Sierra Whiskey, and my QTH is Los Angeles. 101 degrees Fahrenheit. Go ahead.
Well, I'm glad I'm here. This is M-Stroke K7 MDI. I'm from Jerome, Idaho, which you would at least have somewhat knowledge of where that's at. And I'm in London right now. And we were sorting out the details of D-STAR. And when I formally put M-Stroke K7 MDI in the My section of the programming, it was rejected by the U.S. Trust. So, new territory heard from here.
Oh, nice to meet you, sir. And you are in Idaho. So I'm not quite sure what it is, but are you coming through on a GVAP or are you going through a repeater? Go ahead.
We're going through the repeater. I'm at Heathrow Airport, London, United Kingdom, visiting, and we were trying to sort out the use of the reflector here. And so my home QTH is Idaho, but I am visiting London, and we spent about 3 days trying to make this thing turn on. And I had misprogrammed with the M-Stroke K7 MDI in the data. M-Stroke being the requirement for an American call sign in Great Britain. So that's the M-Stroke answer. Very good, sir. Appreciate that. We're just still checking it out. Pretty excited to get it running after 3 days of pounding on it. But didn't use a hammer. Back to you.
Oh, very good. Well, it sounds really good. No problem at all. You're obviously full of flighting. That's a given. Rig here is an Icom ID5100, ID51A in violet blue. And I'm mobile right now in San Fernando Valley, Los Angeles. Very, very warm the last few days and very humid as well. Go ahead.
Okay, I just reduced to medium power. We're using an ic7100. That's one of the original Icoms. And it's a hand warmer when you use it. Also, I do believe you get a small RF burn coming out of a screw hole on the right-hand side of the radio. I know Scott at Icom pretty well, and we're going to have some discussions about without that rubber cover, for the weathering cover of the radio, you get an RF burn on your hand talking on the radio. But this is quite an old design. It's one of their first 8080s. I'm the administrator out in the Kilo Foxtrot 7 Victor Tango Mike, which is in Jerome, Idaho. So I'm over here in England for the next 5 days, been here 3 already, and having a ball now that the radio's working. This is M-Stroke K7 MDI in London, England, and I'll be standing by.
Very good. Well, thank you for the contact. It sounds phenomenal. I'm going to repeat it here just over Oak Mountain. And yeah, you're sounding good, and a good signal there for sure from London. Probably a lot cooler than it is here. Yeah, the hand warmer. I heard about that radio. It's a kind of a hand warmer there. I'm calling with the ic7100. I use a mic in the car, and I do keep the protective cover that came with the radio on the radio, so I haven't really suffered any burns or hand warming using the radio. It's very, very stable in that aspect. So 733, enjoy your trip, and maybe we'll talk to you when you get back. I'm on Papa a lot as well as WA6IRC. That just was 2 weeks here in SoCal. So a lot of D-STAR, a lot of mountaintops, and we're lucky that way. Have a great day, sir. Enjoy your trip, and we'll be seeing your voice late there as well. KC6ESW Mobile will be clear.
Oh.
KC72R, this is M-Stroke K7 MDI.
VK3NCR, Mobile Victoria, Australia. Good morning from Victoria. I think you've gone clear. You did say 73. Name's Craig, over.
This is KA2NCD.
QRZ, this is M-Stroke K7 MDI. The Australian station didn't copy the call sign.
Good evening. Good morning from Australia. Just on the kilowatt 3, VK3, November, Charlie, Romeo, and the name's Craig, over.
Station in Australia, I must be getting senile. Went right by me, I was listening carefully and didn't copy it. My fault. Anyway, this is M-Stroke K7 MDI in London. It is an American call sign from Jerome, Idaho. And we're doing some testing here of interest. I'm on Skype with the QTH in Idaho. And when you began speaking, I heard the Idaho system fire and repeat your audio, but you were delayed by maybe a half a second to 3/4 of a second in London, but all the traffic was intact. So on one of those engineering techniques, I thought that was a pretty interesting deal. This is M-Stroke K7 MDI.
K7 ADI, I think it was, sorry. VK3, November Charlie Romeo. It's register. I'm mobile presently, it's on the way to work. And yeah, okay, the delay, no doubt it's travelling itself around the world a lot further than the American output. But I'm fairly new to D-STAR. I've had my rig now, it's come up to 1 month. So running an ic7100 in the car. I did have an old 706 Mark II G. I like running HF in the car when I get a chance. I don't have the antenna on at the moment. So I'm on the way to work. It's, yeah, 9 degrees. It was 7 degrees a little while back here on the freeway. Just come off the Mornington Peninsula. Relatively clear day today so far. And I'm only about 5 minutes from work, so I may not be able to make the next over. Over to you, Mike, and hope your trip goes well in London. My name is Craig, Charlie, Romeo, Alpha, India, Golf, over.
And M-stroke K7 MDI, yes, I'm at Heathrow at the hotel right off the property there. And we're doing well. I'm going to have to 73 or kill this 73 see you. Anyway, the radio right now is red hot. It's hot as a brick here, so been running 5 watts to the repeater, and if Dave's still on, I just reduced that to 3.5 with no problems, and I reduced it to 1 watt, and we had no joy on the contact with the repeater. Great contact in Australia, Craig. This is Mike, and it's M-stroke K7 MDI officially, and we'll be standing by. 73 to all, and thanks for the assistance to everyone that helped us get this thing fired, but I do have to let this thing cool down a bit. It's pretty warm. M-stroke K7 MDI, be standing by.
Yeah, fine, Mike. Yeah, thanks for burning your hand. I was listening before about the RF burns that little rig can put out. I'll have to make a note not to buy one of those. All right, mate, 7-3s, and have a pleasant time in London. And I'm not far from work, so into the Lollipop Factory, 7-3s to all listening frequency, VK3 and CR clear. Cheers.
KA2NCD listening.
KA2NCD, VK3 NCR mobile. Good morning, sir. I'm sorry I didn't bring you in before. I did see you come up on the frequency, but you just got carried over with Mike over in London there. I'm sorry I can't hold it. Just about at work. It's what is it, about 7:40 in the morning here in Melbourne, well, the suburbs of Melbourne, Australia. So wish you a pleasant evening over there. VK3 NCR going clear, 7-3 to you.
Hi, 7-3s, enjoy your day at work. It's about 20 to 6 here in New York. Evening here, Sunday evening. Have a good one. I'll be doing our process in about 12 hours. Take care. KA2NCD's listening.
Yeah, I think the name come up as V on there. It's 7-3s, mate. Take care. And you have a good evening too. VK3 NCR clear.
7-3's Craig, this is that's correct. The handle here is running. Take care. This is KA2NCD.
KA2NCD from Whiskey Delta 4, Mike Sierra Mike, WD4 MSM.
The WD4MSN from KA2NCD. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Vinny. I see your name on the screen here. The name here is Barry, Bravo Alpha Romeo Romeo Yankee. I don't know if the name shows up on the screen there. I'm using a different hotspot here, and I'm not sure how to program that in. I've got a brand new Shark RF. We don't have a D-STAR repeater here in the town. The name here is Barry, Bravo Alpha Romeo Romeo Yankee, and the location is South Bend, Indiana, about 90 miles east of Chicago, just right on the Indiana-Michigan border, not too far from the southern tip of Lake Michigan. Back to you, Vinny.
Oh, Barry. So that, QTH here is Belmore, New York, which is about 30 miles east on Long Island, about 10 miles north of Jones Beach. And that's where we're sitting, nice signal over here on Long Island. Beautiful weather here today. I'm sitting out on my beach chair on my deck. Find the DV Mega, so I'm not going through a repeater, going right to the reflector. You sound good this way. Back over to you. This is KA2NCD.
Hey, very good, Vinny. The Mega is working pretty well. I've got this Shark and the radio I'm using is a handheld. I'm also sitting outside. I'm in the backyard grilling here. The radio is a Kenwood D-74. It's nice that Icom and Kenwood are both producing D-STAR radios now. That means there's a lot more D-STAR people online to talk to. I know right where you are. If I know where Jones Beach is, so if you're 10 miles north of Jones Beach, I know exactly. A little kid lived down in New Jersey, a little town called Cranford. And my dad was used to commute into New York City to work each day. He used to take the train into New York. But then when I was really young, we moved out west, so I grew up and became a cowboy in Idaho. Back to you, Vinny.
Oh, very good. Well, that's where we are. You sound good. Yeah, I guess, but you know what, there's so much digital stuff now. I think with the expense of these radios, you can get the dongle just using computer, and you can avoid.
Vinny, you cut out right there on the end when you were talking about hooking up to the computer. This is Whiskey Delta 4, Mike Sierra Mike, Barry in South Bend. Vinny, are you still there? Well, I must have lost him. So this is Whiskey Delta 4, Mike Sierra Mike. I'm going to be clear of the 1 Charlie repeater.
Okay, we'll say 73. Have a good one. This is KA2NCD. Hopefully catch you again. Enjoy the day.
Ah, there you are, Vinny. Okay, we'll see you later. 73.
Oh, I didn't know I dropped out. Sorry about that. No problem.